Hello everyone, Calina here of StoryRetold, continuing with Arglefumph's Everything Wrong with the Nancy Drew Games series. This is Secrets Can Kill Remastered. I was an intern when this game was getting finished up. I was in game production. I didn't get to actually work on this game because it was already pretty much done, but here we go. I love the music. There are spoilers. Yes, there are spoilers.
The cover screen replaces Daryl with a random student.
I complained about that too.
Lockers in the school are green, not blue.
The cover art for the games are always stylized, so don't read too much into it.
They didn't bother to make this game any longer, even though it's by far the shortest game of the series.
It is the shortest game, but there are additional puzzles and additional dialogue.
The remake boasts that it has new puzzles. 3 puzzles is not enough to be worth boasting about.
Sure.
2 of the new puzzles are break into the teacher's lounge and stop the culprit. Those were both in the original game, so technically they're not new puzzles.
New in concept, but in how you act upon these puzzles are different.
The only truly new puzzle is this one,
Yeah.
and it's just awful.
No, it's pretty
If you're
cool.
only adding one new puzzle, why not make sure it's a good one?
Okay.
The game is rated E10 for violence and drug references.
Mm-hmm.
The original game also had violence and drug references, but it was rated E for everyone.
Yes. Yes. Because ESRB's criteria changed over the years. In the 1990s, it was a lot more lax. So the fact that the player was holding a gun back in 1998 was a huge deal in 2010. If we had the player holding the gun in 2010, that would have been like a T for teen. So it's just the way that ESRB rankings changed, and that's why the ending had to be changed up a little bit, so that the other player was to hold the gun.
The case file is
Or the other character.
unnecessary when the game has an intro scene that explains the case.
Yeah, that's fair.
The original Secrets Can Kill is suspiciously missing from Nancy's scrapbook.
Yeah, because this is a replacement game.
It's undercover I go.
Nancy is supposed to be undercover, but she still goes by her real name.
Her profession is definitely undercover.
I would have dreamed taking a vacation to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case.
Nancy goes on vacation and accidentally uncovers a mystery cliché.
No, hang on. You're missing the part that was actually the error. Notice when Nancy said, who realized that taking a vacation would result in another case, when this is her first case in this series, in the game series at least.
I'm calling this case Secrets Can Kill.
Nancy names the case before she starts investigating.
But she knows, well, okay, that's fair. She knows that someone was killed, though.
Aunt Eloise's fancy security system protects a safe with nothing valuable inside it.
Keys.
The cage is dangling from the ceiling
We also can't investigate thoroughly what all her papers are in there.
the whole time, and nobody notices it.
I agree. The whole cage thing is rather ridiculous.
Aunt Eloise tells Nancy to never enter the wrong combination for the safe, but she doesn't tell Nancy the right combination.
The answer, she says, was here.
This must be the only sorority in the world which uses lowercase Greek letters.
Yeah, I know.
Where is Aunt Eloise in this game? She's not at home or at work.
I know. I complain about that, too. I wish she was somewhere we could talk to.
We can't look at any of the other things in this safe.
I agree.
Aunt
That's
Eloise
too
writes
bad.
her last name in all caps, but not her first name.
Yeah.
Aunt Eloise keeps her librarian letterhead in a nightstand at her house, instead of in the library.
Maybe she brings it with her to and from?
Who is Jackie, and what do Spanish schools
Call Jackie about Spanish schools.
have to do with anything?
It's just her own to-do list.
The haunted ghost bridge? Why can't we solve that mystery?
Because it's a book.
Nancy has caller ID when Mitch Dillon calls, but not when Detective Beach calls. Detective Beach is the only new character in the game, which makes it super obvious who the new culprit will be.
If you need anything else, come see me at Maxine's. I'm wearing glasses and a green striped shirt.
Also, I'm literally the only customer there.
Yeah.
Ned is useless in this game. He gives some hints on Junior Mode, and that's it.
Yeah.
Daryl does not look like a teenager. The
Eh.
characters go from being 2D to 3D. The remake adds another dimension to the character models, but not to the characters themselves.
They have more dialogue, more lines to read.
In the original game, Daryl was a cool, popular student. In this game, he's a creepy weirdo who makes awkward conversation.
Which is too bad because in the book he was more accurate in the original Secrets Can Kill because he's supposed to be the main contact who helps Nancy learn her way around, learn the school, learn students, meet students, and is supposed to be like a confidant in the mystery solving.
Daryl hits on Nancy multiple times, even though she tells him to stop. Connie asked Daryl to the dance, but she later canceled so she could go with Jake. Now that Jake is dead, Connie is dateless again. Daryl is such a sleazeball, I can't believe he isn't taking advantage of the situation to hit on Connie non-stop. The menu behind Daryl doesn't match with the one in the store.
Oh,
The
yeah.
menu behind Daryl prices everything as under $2.
Then you'll be attending Paseo del Mar High.
Daryl mispronounces Paseo.
Teachers, nice students, lots of after-school activities.
There are only 3 people here after school ends.
Yeah, after school ends.
Contacts, I'm wearing contacts that let me see pretty women.
How are we supposed to know Daryl is wearing contacts?
That's the whole point. We're missing the joke because he's terrible at delivery.
I should get back to work.
Everyone in this game says they should leave, then they proceed to stay in place.
Yeah, shooing Nancy away.
The Colossal Burger and the 6 Patty Burger are the 2 second cheapest burgers on the menu. Daryl has a burger named after him? Why?
Because he works there.
Most restaurants don't let customers wander into the kitchen for no reason.
Right?
This puzzle.
Yeah.
Game thinks this is an acceptable way to fix a leaky gas line.
No, it's not.
Gas line explosions are impossible without an ignition source, so what caused the explosion?
Good question.
Did Daryl light a match when no one was looking?
Quite possible.
Nancy never tells anyone about the busted gas line in the kitchen.
Shame.
How's your...
Aunt Eloise. Oh, she's fine. And Dad says hello.
You're staying with your aunt, right?
Yes.
Detective Beach hired Nancy through Aunt Eloise. He should know who she is.
Right.
Why are Nancy and Beach putting on an act? It's not like there's anyone else in the diner who can overhear them.
Just Daryl.
Beach does a terrible job of pretending to be a detective.
Yeah.
How did Nancy not see through his act before the end of the game? Beach only talks about Jake's journal, not his killer. Nancy doesn't question this.
Ooh, yeah.
Maxine regularly scheduled Daryl and Jake to work from 4 to 10. She let 2 teenagers run a diner by themselves.
Isn't Maxine a guy? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that gives him some responsibility. She must be trusting of them. Or he, Maxine, should be trusting of him.
Aunt Eloise's letter mentions Saturday the 23rd, but Saturday is the 21st this month.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, good catch.
Daryl is scheduled to work a 6-hour shift by himself multiple times. You can't work that long without taking a break. Who watches the diner when Daryl's on break?
Maybe Maxine. Oh, well, I guess it does say when Maxine... Is that Maxine? Yeah. Good question.
This calendar matches August 2010, which is when the game came out. School must have just started. However, everything else in this game indicates the school year is well underway, with the football games, senior essays, and dance drama.
Are we sure it's in August?
There was no holiday on August 9th, 2010. School starts in August, but the Students of the Month board starts with September.
This could be last year's? Yeah, this is probably last year's. Or is it August student? I mean, I need to see where it actually says it is August, because I don't think it's August in this game.
Where's the August Student of the Month? Mel is included in this email about closing, even though he is never scheduled to close. They keep receipts in the potato bin. Where do the potatoes go? How did they decide?
Well, maybe it's an old potato bin. Like, it was used as for potatoes, but now they use it just, like when you use a shoebox for other things.
Who works the cashier and who's the cook? The schedule doesn't say who does what job.
Maybe they do all of it. Take all responsibilities.
The diner opens at 8, even though there are no breakfast items on the menu.
Hey, I'd totally order a burger at 8 a.m.
The majority of the game is spent ignoring the mystery in favor of solving random brain teasers.
Yeah.
I can't read half of the text in this book.
Yeah.
Connie calls herself Nineko in the judo competition.
That's fair.
Not only is it an obvious anagram, but it's also a stupid one.
No, it's not
Peru
stupid.
is not in Central America.
Okay, good catch.
The spacing in this article is just plain messed up. The
Yeah,
high
that's
school is
fair.
having homecoming and 50s dance around the same time as Sadie Hawkins' dance.
Yeah.
How many dances do these teenagers need?
Well, I mean, in some high schools, there are dances for specific grades or different themes. There are some.
Why is there a Hilda Swenson Foundation here? Everyone thinks she is crazy, and she lives on the other side of the country. Jake wrote a message about his murderer. If he knew he was going to be killed, why did he do nothing to stop it?
Yeah.
Made some mistakes, but I try to be a decent person.
What kind of mistakes?
I feel uncomfortable speaking about this now.
You were the one who brought up the subject. Nancy solves this brain teaser herself and writes the solution in her notebook. She doesn't do that for any of the other brain teasers. According to Nancy's notebook, Hal said Jake wanted a phone to open his locker. Hal said no such thing. The library contains over a dozen books that you can look at, but only one of them needs to be read. Good luck finding the right one.
Right.
In real life, even-numbered pages go on the left, and odd-numbered pages go on the right. Nancy is not surprised that all the books in the library are about her past cases.
Well, past meaning, chronologically, Nancy hasn't solved any of those cases yet. But in release order of the games, yeah, she did. So, I mean, Nancy doesn't have to acknowledge it every single time.
What was that? Who turned off the alarm? The library is empty. Nancy is not fazed by all the Nancy Drew fan art in this school. The poster next to Hulk changes when you talk to him.
Ooh, good catch. That was an art error.
Hulk is a jerk. In football, numbers 80 through 89 are reserved for wide receivers, but Hal says Hulk holds the conference record in sacks, which means he's not a wide receiver.
That is correct. However, then 80 is for 80 years of Nancy Drew anniversary.
What kind of guy was Jake?
Jake Rogers was a total creep. Nobody liked him.
The characters openly insult someone who just died. Are they trying to look suspicious? The middle banner says championship, while the left banner says championships.
Ooh, good
Hulk
catch.
is allegedly the best football player in the state, maybe even the country, but they have no football championship banners.
That's too bad. I guess his whole team didn't help carry them to, championships.
The hall monitor is monitoring an empty room.
Yeah, but, this is also after school, so it's not much activity.
Mr. September is not a character in this game.
Neither is anyone else on this board. These were, contest winners. Arglefumph.
Mr. September is so incredibly attractive, it's distracting.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. No, it's very good. That's not a problem.
Connie wants to date Daryl Gray when Mr. September is right there. Both Connie and Hulk get mad if you talk to them multiple times, even though it's their fault for ending conversations abruptly.
Okay, that's fair.
Seen any of those weird messages on the bulletin boards?
Yes, and if I catch the guy who's doing it, he's going to be in big trouble.
Connie is annoyed by the bulletin board messages, but she doesn't remove them.
Because some of the messages are actually relevant to students. It's kind of mixed in with Jake's hidden messages.
All of Hal's lines are exactly the same as in the original.
Connie doesn't know my study habits. I can handle my studies. I'm behind in my studies and
Hal says he can handle his studies, then immediately complains that he's behind in his studies.
Yeah.
Which one is it, Hal?
Good point.
Who writes the letter S like that?
Good question. It's a weird handwriting, huh? Yeah.
You have to physically click the OK button on this computer. Pressing the Enter button doesn't work.
They must have not programmed that dual compatibility with the buttons.
This computer interface. I don't think Paseo Del Mar has gotten new computers in the past 12 years. Cafeteria, school store, principal's office, all places we never get to see.
Not relevant to the mystery, I guess.
The word apple is spelled wrong.
You're right. That's totally a typo. You could blame the teachers for setting up the password that way.
Security identified Connie's lost backpack, but they put it in the lost and found instead of making an attempt to give it to her. Hulk got into a fight with an unknown person the night of the murder. Nancy doesn't follow up on this.
Doesn't she? Maybe she did.
The security guard identifies students as ages 15 to 18. That's not helpful for identifying high schoolers.
That's true.
The security guard heard Jake's murder, but instead of investigating right away, they called 911 first, giving Mitch enough time to escape. This is a terrible security guard.
Didn't I hear that you found Jake's body?
Yeah, I did.
The security guard found Jake's body, but Daryl says he found Jake's body. According to this report, Jake was killed on Friday morning.
Oh, really?
Jake has crossed off the schedule for Monday and Tuesday, but not Saturday, even though he was dead on Saturday.
So they haven't crossed it off yet.
How did none of the teachers notice this large, obvious message?
I think they might have.
How did Mitch learn Nancy is investigating the murder? Nobody else knows.
Well, if you know that the culprit is connected to Mitch, then they would have been in communication.
How did Mitch get Nancy's phone number?
The same character that's communicating with both Nancy and Mitch.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
The conversation with a threatening murderer devolves into a did not, did to shouting match.
Right.
Connie catches Nancy setting off the soda machine, even if Connie is not in the room.
Yeah.
So you're the prankster. I'm turning you in.
In the game over sequence, Connie accuses Nancy of being the one who sets off the soda alarm. Even though Nancy can't possibly be the culprit because Nancy just started school today, and the soda culprit has been triggering alarms for weeks.
Oh well.
Hulk knows Nancy is the one who set off the soda machine alarm, but he doesn't tell Connie.
Hulk is a jerk.
Well, your uncle isn't here if that's who you're looking for.
Daryl says Beach isn't in the diner. Let's skip to the end of the conversation, and look, Beach is in the diner.
Yeah, logic trigger flag had him appear. Yeah, that was a continuity issue.
It was a senior prank. I had to spend 2 days in detention. They only now just reopened the school.
Daryl says he got 2 days of detention for the senior prank he performed the night of Jake's murder. But earlier, he said school has been closed until today. So how did he serve the detention?
Ooh, good question.
Time?
Well, wait, did he serve detention or did he earn detention? Because he might have to do his time on school hours.
I heard she's been having some money problems.
How does Hulk know about Connie's money problems?
That new girl
Rumors?
told me you said I'm having money problems.
Connie and Hulk fight off screen to save on animation.
Yes.
Ow! Ow, ow! Connie, stop it!
Hulk says ow 3 times, but the subtitles say 4 times.
Oh,
Connie beats
yeah.
up Hulk, but if you turn the corner, Connie isn't there.
She sneaks through the women's locker room.
I have an internship in the computer department at the plant. It's mega boring, but it'll look good on my college application.
Daryl took an internship, even though he already has a job.
Hey, every bit of experience really helps in the career path.
Daryl has a job, he's the student body president, and he has famous connections. But he's still worried his college application isn't impressive enough.
Well, some colleges have to be really, you really got to impress the colleges in order for them to look at you.
Nancy falls for this obvious trap.
Yeah, she's intrigued.
Nancy doesn't recognize Mitch as the one who called and threatened her. If Nancy explores the boiler room before getting this letter, the clue and the tape aren't there.
Right.
Who entered the boiler room and left these clues inside?
Mitch.
Why did they do this?
To trap her, get her into trouble. Oh, well, I think Jake was supposed to leave some of the clues here.
The culprit destroyed the elevator button so Nancy couldn't escape the room. How did the culprit escape? Which culprit set up this death trap? Was it Mitch or Beach? The game doesn't specify.
True.
You can look at this ladder, but you can't go down it.
Yeah, I know.
Nancy never would have found this tape if the culprit hadn't tried to kill her.
Right.
The culprit foils their own plot.
Right.
The explosion effect is reused for 2 death sequences.
So how'd your date go with the mysterious note-leaving guy?
Let's just say he almost took my breath away.
In the most romantic way possible.
It was in my hotel room all along.
Beach is posing as a local police officer, yet he openly admits he's living out of a hotel room.
Yeah, he might be
Jake
from
still
out of area.
uses VHS tapes, even though this game came out in 2010.
Yes, acknowledging the original. I mean, it's possible that the school is operating on old school recording equipment, so they could learn about it. But you know, I get it.
Long after VHS fell out of mainstream use.
Yeah.
Jake still uses video cameras. A normal teenager in 2010 would have used their smartphone to record video.
Agree.
How did Jake get video cameras inside people's lockers without them noticing?
Good
Hope
question.
doesn't bother to remove or cover up the label on this box. Connie is wearing all black when real judo contestants wear white.
That is true.
None of the characters notice the camera, even though they all stop and look around to ensure they aren't being watched.
Fair.
Oh my gosh! A student took notes while reading a book! This is clearly suspicious. Nobody questions how Nancy found out about their secrets, even though she just started school today.
I didn't kill Jake!
That's all it takes to convince Nancy that Connie is innocent.
Are you sure?
Nancy asked a question, so Daryl throws a hissy fit and leaves the diner. Daryl is a wimp. Daryl's irresponsible and should be fired for leaving the diner with no employees.
Right, but it locks up,
Why
right?
didn't anyone check Jake's seat earlier? There's a note identifying it as such.
Uh-huh.
This puzzle.
See, Daryl's selling out to our local air conditioning guy, Mitch Dillon.
Why is Daryl selling military secrets to an air conditioning guy?
Let's take a look at
Because he's a middleman.
what kind of homework he's bringing home from Daddy's top secret military industrial aerospace factory.
Mr. Gray's company is on the stock market. It is not top secret.
Fair.
What is Detective Beach's real name? Why is he buying military secrets?
We don't know.
Why is he buying military secrets from the air conditioning guy?
Because the air conditioning guy is the middleman.
Beach is allegedly a major professional criminal, but he's so unprofessional that he has to hire a teenager to find another teenager's journal.
Yeah, but it makes sense to send in a teenager to snoop around, ask questions, and investigate in a high school.
Jake was killed for an entirely different reason in this version of the game.
Yeah.
But they didn't bother changing any of the clues about the murder to reflect the new situation.
Yeah, there was only 2 things. And
Aunt Eloise?
That Mitch was a middleman.
Is that you?
Nancy doesn't bother to lock the door to Aunt Eloise's house. Nancy's disrespectful of others' property.
Well, we don't know that Nancy locked it or not. She might have, but the culprit could have lockpicked it or found a way to break in.
Nancy can't call the police here.
Yeah, too bad, huh?
Why did Beach break into Aunt Eloise's house? That's a culprit giveaway.
Find the journal?
Yes, I found your journal.
My what?
Jake's journal. I found Jake's journal.
Nancy is terrible at lying.
Yeah, no, she tripped
I
up.
did con you into this undercover charade.
Look at the barrel of Beach's gun. The hole goes all the way through.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
no way he can use that gun to shoot her.
Yeah, good point. And I think that, I'm not sure if that was an actual error from the artist's side of things, or if that was intentional to foil the realism of it for the sake of ESRB. I don't know because I didn't submit to ESRB.
I mean, you had the lingo, the self-important attitude.
When was Nancy acting self-important in this game? Beach still complains about the way Nancy acts, even if you go the entire game without talking to him in person.
Oh, really?
As far as murder goes, no. That was my former partner, Mitch Dillon.
Why is former partner in scare quotes?
Probably because Mitch didn't fulfill his role, and maybe Beach fired him recently, like really recently, for not finishing off Nancy.
Beach admits he is not a killer, but Nancy is afraid of being killed by him.
Yeah.
Why does Beach give Nancy 3 tries before killing her?
3 strikes are out.
Why can't Nancy tell Beach that the journal is in the school? That's where the journal actually is, and Beach would be forced to leave the house to get it, giving Nancy a chance to escape.
Yeah, that's a fair argument, but I think the push here is to get him caged and actually caught.
I sent Mitch after Jake to rough him up a bit. Unfortunately for Jake and Mitch, the roughing up got a bit out of hand.
It's a letdown to learn that the murder was committed by accident.
Oh.
Surprise! The entire mystery is a mistake.
An intentional mistake.
Me no choice but to find the journal on my own.
Why does Beach make this decision? He's had no success searching for the journal on his own.
He has no other
Why
choice.
did Beach bludgeon Nancy with the gun instead of shooting her?
Because ESRB.
Was he trying to kill her in the most violent way possible? Nancy knows she can trap Detective Beach by getting him to enter 3 wrong safe combinations, even though the only way she could know that is if she'd been trapped herself. Beach falls for the same incorrect combination multiple times in a row.
Yeah.
It's good that Beach is trapped in a cage, but he still has a gun and he can still shoot Nancy through the bars.
Yep.
She should
Yep.
leave immediately instead of standing in place and lecturing him.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I think this was kind of silly.
Hello, prisoner number 4321A.
How does Nancy know Beach's prisoner number?
She is just making up random numbers.
Is she just making up random numbers? Because
Yes, 4, 3, 2. Yes,
if
she is
so,
making it up.
4321 is pretty uncreative.
Despite the damage this has caused Gray Enterprises, Daryl's father has forgiven him.
That's nice, but Daryl still broke multiple laws. He should be arrested.
Sure.
Connie returned her trophy.
Why did Connie return her trophy? She won it fair and square.
Yeah,
Hal
right?
has gotten his scholarships.
Hal gets away with plagiarism.
Oh, no, he
I'm
should
headed
have
to the
been
beach, where the
punished
only
for that.
cover I'm going to go under is a beach blanket.
People lie on top of beach blankets, not under them. That's the beach from Ransom of the 7 Ships. Why did Nancy go back there?
I mean, the art was used for that, sure, but it's not supposed to be that exact location. Sentence, Daryl's prom date. Oh, 172.
Hey, Nancy. Hope you're enjoying the sunny skies down there. I'm probably out saving my cousin from some fashion disaster or creepy boyfriend. See ya.
Peekaboo. I see you. My own.
No! Ah! No! Ah! No, Beach, stop! Ah! No, Beach, stop! Ah!
Okay. Oh, hang on. We'll save that video for next time. Midnight in Salem. And that's going to be the next one. So I think I'm going to break it up into 2 parts because of how long it is. Anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Arglefumph's playlist in the link below. And give him a thumbs up if you find his videos entertaining. And give him a view so we know that he did a good job. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.